Hey everybody, I'm Josh Skinner from withjosh.com and ainow.org. With me is the most talked about lady from American Idol last week. Her name is Peggi Blu. Ryan Seacrest called her the most... You actually got a lot of comments last week, but you were called the vocal coach from hell. Before we get into the experience and everything we didn't see on American Idol, when you were sitting back last week watching your episode and they stop and they call you the vocal coach from hell, what is the first thing that went through your mind?
Oh my God!
Really? Were you at that moment? Did you kind of feel like, oh my God, I'm on a reality show and it's all about the editing and they're gonna make me look like a bitch? Or
I did think, oh my God, that's when it hit me for the first time that it is actually a reality show.
Right.
I didn't think that whoever they are, because I don't even know who did it, were going to make me look like anything, and especially not the B word.
Right.
But
because I've known you for a really long time, and that's a word that I would never, ever, ever describe you as, because I knew.
I know that I don't mean to cut you off, but I know that I am emphatic.
Right.
About my work.
Right.
I don't call that being a bitch.
No.
I know that I don't play, and I don't like people who play when it comes to working.
You take it very seriously.
It is extremely serious with me.
Well, I have some quotes that a lot of blogs were quoting you on. I just want to go through them.
Okay.
You were quoted, it was on TV, saying, "You're going to die on stage in front of all these people." Mm-hmm. I think you don't know what you're doing. Make me a liar, show me that you know, and I'll eat crow happily.
Yeah, and I will.
And a lot of people, America was like, oh my God, this Peggi Blu lady who we don't know who she is, she's yelling at two 15-year-old girls.
Okay.
Did you feel like you were yelling at them?
No. Here's what.
Tell me what happened. Tell me what we didn't see. This is your platform.
Here's what. I wasn't yelling at two 15-year-old girls.
Okay.
The one that was getting yelled at was Melinda.
Right.
Tia, here's what happens when they walked through the room. First 2 seconds. Mm-hmm. We hug, we meet, we say hello. Now it's time to work. Matt Rohde, the piano player and arranger with me, and my teammate. I say to Matt, I need just a second. He goes, take your time. I say to Tia, explain to me your song. Tell me what the song is about.
Right.
This little girl said, oh, sure. And she ran it top to bottom. She told me everything about that song, which meant to me, okay, you've really studied. You've done your homework. You know what you came here to do.
Right. And
waste time isn't one of those things. I turned to the other one and said, now you tell me, well...
Melinda,
if you didn't know, maybe you should have copied Tia.
Right.
In the meantime, she's chewing gum. And when I said to her, okay, now tell me what you think of the song, she looked at me and said...
Did you feel like that was rude?
Feel like? Of course it's rude.
Right.
And I don't care if you're 3. It's rude. And you know better. You should know better. And I said, okay, so have you studied anything about the song? You know nothing about the Beatles. Okay, I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned if you don't know who the Beatles are. You should.
Right.
Everybody should, because that's a teaching tool. The Beatles and all the music prior to that, up to, say, 1988, is a teaching tool.
Right.
For youngsters. The fact that you are going to sing a Beatles song and you did not take those lyrics the night before you showed up to me.
So you felt that her preparation was completely
no
off
preparation
balance.
At all.
Really?
None.
She was
there.
Melinda was
She was in a moment and she was just there.
But completely not present.
No, not present.
For the biggest audition of her life.
And I said to her, there are thousands of girls who would slit their wrists to be standing where you are. You are not you're not giving respect, first of all, to the Beatles. Mm-hmm. You're not giving respect to the artistry and the art of music, nor are you respecting yourself. Because and I said to her, is that what you do in your classroom when you're in school and your teacher says to you, explain to me what that is on the board? Do you stand there, pop gum, and look at your teacher and not answer? Because it's not allowed in here. You know, Tia this little girl is so focused. She's in the top 25.
Yeah.
5 of my kids are, thank God. Because they listened. They heard me. And it's not all about me. Believe it or not. I'm not a me person. But they were focused. That little girl is focused. She has also done the Apollo, Tia.
Right.
So she knew. And she just kept everything I said to her. She was like a little sponge. She looked at me when I spoke to her. She looked at Matt when he spoke to her.
So you love her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Melinda too.
Okay.
I don't dislike that little girl. She's a kid.
But do you see how America, what they were watching on American Idol, it seemed
okay,
a
well,
little
get
hard.
over it really fast.
Yeah.
Everybody get over it, take a beat, and breathe.
Why do they need to get over it?
Get over it because I'm working.
Right.
I'm in a working situation.
So you were trying to push that.
I was hired. We're talking about an American Idol here. Mm-hmm. Not somebody who is in a school play. So if you're on a show that is this big, it's the biggest show running on television at the moment, mm-hmm. and you want to be this thing here, it's a whole, you know, it's not just, well, I get up and I go someplace and sing. This is an American Idol. This is planetary stuff.
You're trying to find a superstar.
You want a superstar. So with that comes a certain amount of discipline, mm-hmm. atmosphere on your person.
Respect.
Respect, definitely. And the first order of business. See, because people call this show business, my motto is this is the business of show. First word is business. I was there to do business. I thought you were. So therefore, if you want to be this, then you got to come and give it. You got to give it all you've got. You got to be equipped.
So you don't think it was personal at all?
Oh no, it wasn't personal to me.
Yeah.
I was doing what I was hired to do. And I was told that I did the right thing. I would have done it had I did it to my daughter.
Well, what did you think when people were calling you the next Simon Cowell and that people were just up and
I'm not a next anything. I'm not a next anything. I'm only a me. And everybody, the one thing that you learn in this whole life is everybody is not going to like you. Mm-hmm. There's maybe one person in your entire life who will really say they love you and really mean it. So I'll take that one. You know, it's okay. You don't have to like me. But here's what. I do know what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. When I do that, I'm trying to give you 50 years of stuff that I've learned from my teachers. Honey, let me tell you something. Where I come from in New York, if those children, some of these children who are out now and who are, and I quote and I use the word sparingly, stars, mm-hmm. if they had come up with the mentors and the teachers and the people who I came up with, and I'll give you one example, George Faison.
Yeah, wow.
Darling, they would run away slitting their wrists. And the other one is Carl Hall. He did not play. And no, I had sung things to that little girl 10 times. We only had an hour with those kids.
What didn't we see? Like, take me
to... You didn't see me holding on to her when I thought that I had hurt her feelings. Mm. I wasn't out to hurt her feelings. I needed to shake her a little bit, shake her up a little bit inside, and get her to really focus. She wasn't focused. She didn't do anything she was asked to do.
Right.
She did nothing that Matt asked her. She didn't do it. She couldn't.
Why?
She wasn't focused.
Okay. Do you think it was just too much for her?
I don't know. Maybe it was at her age. Maybe, I don't know. You know. But then I had the other one, JC, the little boy, who I told, if you mess that up again, I might just knock you out. And he went, because he knew that I really wanted him to get it.
Because you were pushing them because you wanted them to be the best.
I really want them to be the best.
And you had the most students in the top 24, correct? You had 5 out of everybody.
Well, yeah, but I don't know whether that's the most. I don't know. But
well, let's just pretend. There we go.
But 5 of mine made it through, and I'm just thrilled. And maybe they won't be in the top 12, but to be in the top 12, let me tell you something, that's a big deal for Idol.
What did
no, I'm not the next Simon Cowell. Don't.
Yeah.